Hello, Marvin. Excellent. So well done. Good essays here. Very impressed. And I'll give you a tip. Don't start with this. Yeah. Just start the bar chart or the vertical bar chart. Yeah. Don't say this. The bar chart shows, or the bar graph shows the average caloric food source of food intake. The average caloric intake would be better. Actually, both are okay. Of British males at different life periods, ranging from 0 to 24, 25, and ages over 50. Fine, very good. It's undoubtedly obvious. So, here, okay, each life period, there are a different. Okay, so we don't need sentences like that where it's obvious or it's undoubtedly, okay? That's more for your task 2. If you're adding information, which you have here, you're saying it's undoubtedly obvious, you're clearly adding information, which you're not supposed to be doing. It's objective, yeah? So start here would be better. Each life period has a different majority calorie source, yeah? Respectively, the most common, no, look at the course and see how to use the word respectively, okay, because it's on there in the IELTS Task 1 course. The most common caloric source is dairy, meat and pulses for the age group 0. Okay, so this is your summary. This would go in your overall sentence, and we don't need capitalization here, okay? The least consumed source is pulses for ages below 50, with just around 10%, and vegetables for ages 50 and above with exactly 10%. Good, that's fine, good observation. However, you've put the observation here of the ages over 50. It'd be much clearer if we leave the observations of the over 50s till the last, because that's where it comes from. First we talk about this, then this, then this. Okay? That's more logical. In ages group 0 to 24 and ages over 50, the diversity of caloric food source is small. I mean, you can't say that because each has the same diversity of 4 types, every age group. So we can't say that. For the younger age group, good. The consumption of dairy, see, now we're doing really well because here we start with the subject, which is fantastic. So 50% for the older age group. Okay, it's almost at 50% for the, and for the older age group, the consumption of pulses is at a staggering 65%. Okay, not bad. On the other hand, no, because it's, on the other hand, is for points of view. So the consumption of their counterparts just averages below 20%. Okay, not bad, right? But Marvin, much more logical if we describe this. Yeah, and we group those together. That's obvious. Yeah, that's clear. So we group those two together and mention that. Then we go on to this one, another paragraph perhaps, and mention these. Then we go into the over 50s. Yeah, perhaps group those two and then mention this one. Okay, that's how I would have done it. It's just clearer. Okay, so good work with that sentence there. So let's go. Overall, the graph shows that the most common caloric sources are dairy products, meats, and pulses. No. Overall, the graph shows that each age group has a clear favourite, and then we might say the youngest group, dairy, the middle group, meat, and the eldest group, pulses. Full stop. Then we mention the exception. Yeah. Also here, the summary with the overall is not the place to go into details like we have done here. Okay, so be careful and look, we're way over the word count as it is. So you need to be careful. It's 150, all right? Let's go into these ones. So many social groups suggest that modern technology is dangerous despite its advantages. Okay, good. Many surfers in New Zealand suggest that the best location to catch waves is Railgun despite its harsh and dangerous waters. Good. Whether vintage watch collecting is a rewarding hobby despite its cost is a growing debate over the past decade. Fantastic. Many students suggest that having a no homework policy during weekends should be enforced despite the number of academic institutions opposing it. Perfect. We'll pause and read these. Excellent work there, Marvin. We just needed to add that to the end run, and the rest were perfect, so well done. Hopefully we've incorporated them. So let's go. With the copyright what was the word count? 266, excellent, good. Where the copyright laws limit or help reward creativity is a growing international debate over the past few years. Good. Has been, okay, if we're using this, has been a growing international debate over the past few years. I believe that these rules and regulations help improve different industries. This essay will discuss why the concept of copyright laws is rewarding and should be implemented, using examples from the University of Auckland and the Philippines to demonstrate points to support arguments. Genius. Good start. Firstly, copyright protection laws assist in the improvement of the gratification or reward system for content creators. This is largely because the makers are well rewarded according. So what could we say instead of rewarded, assuming we've used it here? Are well compensated accordingly based on their contributions. Good. Well done for using content creators as well. That's a good collocation. Excellent. For instance, a study from the University of Auckland showed that 8 out of 10 artists feel highly appreciated and well compensated there due to the benefits they receive from copyrights. Good. Or due to the benefits they receive from copyright royalties. Sorry. Therefore, these circulars and guidelines help recognize the reward. No. These regulations, or this legislation, whatever, yeah, not circulars and guidelines, reward and protect the original content creators' interests. Fantastic, crystal clear, good vocabulary, one argument beginning to end. That's how we construct a good paragraph. Well done, Marvin, very impressed. Secondly, these laws try to avoid using demonstratives in your topic sentence, yeah? It's okay to refer to them after we've stated them, but that's later in the paragraph, but the first sentence do not, yeah? So secondly, artist protection laws such as copyright function to improve diversity and competition. Good. This is due to the fact that copyright prevents people from just copying materials or duplicating, perhaps, yeah? And it improves materials and it improves creativity. For example, a study from the Philippines showed that its music industry revenue declined by 78% since the rise of piracy and illegal downloading. Good. For example, a study from the Philippines showed that its music industry had declined by 78% since the rise of piracy and illegal downloading, yeah? Accuracy of tense there would have helped improve the comprehension of your sentence. Southeast Asian country does not have a strict copyright law implemented. Therefore, having no copyright laws could have negative effects in different industries. It can even result to an industry crashing or bankruptcy. Fine. Good work. Good work. Ideally, we could have linked it back to society. Yeah, or even put the word society in there just to remind the examiner we're going to get 4 points. Also, can you see here we've got copyright laws. This would be a perfect example of using a demonstrative, okay? So, as a conclusion, based on the examples and arguments given, I definitely support that copyright laws should be kept, improved, and strictly enforced. Now, having these laws could result in severe consequences such as the collapse of an industry or a death of a specialized field. Wonderful work, wonderful, Marvin. You know what to do now, update your error list from the video, implement all the corrections you've heard, then write me 2 new essays, do it in 1 hour, both of them, and then check them for mistakes afterwards, and try to implement although and despite, yeah? Good work, Marvin, let's keep on improving.